girl, hey, scroll along with me. I was reading an article this morning on MSN and I wanted you guys to see this. So, we just have a lot of recalls going on. I don't know if you heard also about the egg recall going on with certain locations of Costco. The Kirkland's eggs has a recall, and a lot of this has a lot to do with allergens, the unknown allergens in these products not having the information on there. And some of these allergies are critical to a person's livelihood, to something, a reaction that could happen to our bodies that could send us, to the ER, or anything could happen to the body, to the skin, to the gut, to the brain. We don't know what happens with each individual in their allergies. I have an allergen that the minute I come in contact with it, it restricts my throat and I have to get to the ER ASAP. Um, so there's a popular potato chip snack. It is getting pulled from the shelves, but I wanted you to take a look at the language within the article regarding it. It leaves a lot to question. So it says the recent recall of classic Lay's potato chips by Frito Lay. You guys know those chips. It says it sparked concern among consumers and food safety experts. They announced on December 16, 2024, this recall is affecting the 13-ounce party size bags distributed in Oregon and Washington. But when I see something like this, I'm going all Lay's to it's a no for me, until I can see what's inside. It says the reason behind this move is the presence of undeclared milk. Are we serial? Like, are they really serious on this? The presence of undeclared milk, an allergen that can pose a serious risk to people with milk allergies. I have a granddaughter with milk allergies. I have two granddaughters, well, three, because two are lactose intolerant and one can have no milk at all right now. So it says an allergen that can pose a serious risk to people with milk allergies or lactose intolerance. Now it goes on to talk about Frito Lay. Says it's a well-known brand in the snack industry. Has provided specific details to help consumers identify the affected products. The recalled chips were sold both in stores and online starting November 3rd, 2024. So take a look, maybe moms, at where you hide your groceries, and you may have put some of those back into your emergency kits, or maybe back up for events or parties or whatever, or slowing down the snacks when the children are at home in the holidays. So you want to go look at these dates, right? It says they are part of the popular Guaranteed Fresh line. This incident has highlighted the importance of accurate labeling and the trust consumers place in brands. And that's just where I'm at with it right now. Like, I need to see, how we had with the whole phase of no gluten, no, we need to see on the front, no high fructose corn syrup. Like, these things need to be very evident. I guess it's going to be less logos and more of your information on what's inside of your bag. That's what the bags are going to start looking like in the future. Let me predict that we're not going to see any logos and pictures. We're going to see like this long list of what's not and what is in the product. And we almost have to be this way because people are in a rush when you go to the grocery store and get off work and you have to go get the children, you have to go get the baby, you have a lot of things going on, dropping the kids off at dance school and practice and football and basketball. You have things going on. So you definitely are going to need to be able to know what's in your products without having to do a 3-hour research project online just to figure out what's in a bag of chips that you need to grab for your children for the week or whatever, right? If you're choosing to. Also keep in mind that less of this stuff is key. Like, cutting back on processed foods has made a difference in my weight loss and everything, and we'll be talking about that in the recent in some recent stuff that I'm putting together. But it's critical. Processed foods is not to say, oh, you can never have it ever again, but you do have to be very careful about how much of it goes into your body. And cutting back on it, the difference that it made, I'm down 30 pounds. Like, it makes a big difference in what happens to your body, which clears up the gut health, improves the gut health. It clears up all this nasty, gross, toxic stuff that's going on in your body, clears out a lot of mucus, because mucus is like the key thing to What causes us to be sick? Another subject. Okay, back to this article. So it says milk is one of the most common food allergens, and its omission from product labeling violates FDA regulations. For people with milk allergies, even small amounts can trigger severe symptoms such as hives, digestive discomfort, or even anaphylaxis. This recall is a reminder of the potential dangers faced by vulnerable consumers we just talked about when labeling is not precise. And I highly agree. So go take a look at that if you have not, because that is I react and just always send out a mass text to my adult children like, okay, I just saw a recall. I want you guys to throw it all away. Or if you're on the way to the grocery store, don't get XYZ because I'm not going to take a chance. I'd rather throw it all away and start all over with the groceries than to get sick to the point where you're at the ER creating medical bills that no one can afford these days.